Okay, so we got that. Fantastic, fantastic. I will make you, did I make you? Yeah. Okay, so how is everyone doing? Good. Thank you for joining in uh, for this meeting. And I know your time is precious on a Saturday evening, specifically when you could be spending time with your family. You're here to learn. So that's what it matters. And I'm here to teach you. Got it? So please don't be of the feeling that, oh my God, I don't know stuff. It's so complicated. I didn't study here or anything. I mean, it's designed to be complicated, to be frank. And this is my full-time job. So I pretty much spend all my time in gaining knowledge about counseling and everything. And still I get confused. So I can imagine how it is. I was in your place starting out as a parent, not knowing a lot. So that's what I'm here to dispel all the myths and to teach you the exact steps. Okay, so all you have to do is be engaged, a lot of reactions, like thumbs up, thumbs down, a lot of love for me. Then ask all your questions in the chat. We have our wonderful, wonderful admin Maui. She's amazing. She'll make sure that all your questions are answered. Got it? So let us get started. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me just go to my slide. I was just going over that. I'm sorry. Okay, so here we go. Okay, Mavi, what do you see, hon?
The presentation, BSMD
Okay.
admission process.
Got it. Let's get started. I'm going to cover a lot. My husband always tells me, hey, what is this? Why can't you just do everything in 10 slides? No, I have 60 or more than that. Got it? But I want to be very, very thorough. And this is something that I cannot teach you in like 2 slides. Got it? A little bit about me. I am an immigrant. I studied in India. I was like frustrated with the lack of clarity in the college admission process. You understand? It's not easy at all. It's like finding a needle in the haystack. Got it? And it's my purpose to simplify or demystify the college process. Got it? Okay, a bit about my certifications. I'm a Tony Robbins certified life coach. I'm a positive psychology coach. I coach ADHD kids, got it? And also I'm trained under Peg Dawson. She's one of the leading executive functioning skills. So executive functioning skills are the prefrontal cortex of the brain. That is what controls everything, you understand? The planning, prioritizing, concentration, metacognition, everything. So I use her methodology in teaching students study skills and also how to like concentrate, focus, everything. Got it? And I'm also a meditation instructor. I did my college counseling from UC Berkeley. So now students from UC Berkeley, sometimes they come and shadow me to finish their practicum, okay? And also I have ADHD. I grew up being extremely hyper. So I am very, very hyper right now. I think most entrepreneurs are extremely hyper. So I have to use a lot of methods to sort of calm myself and focus. I also have shiny object syndrome where I just keep buying courses and everything because I'm an eternal learner. I mean, learning doesn't stop for me. And that is what I want to instill in everybody, every student who comes into Gifted Gabber and even parents. You've got to learn. Okay, so let me just go over who this program is for. If you want to skyrocket your child's success, you're looking to like find out ways how to make your child successful, this is the place for you. Got it? And I tell parents to be unapologetically ambitious. Got it? You've got to be ambitious for your child, right? Your neighbor isn't. So please don't think that you're pushing them or anything. You're just strategizing and helping them sort it out. But don't cross a line and become a helicopter parent. But looking out for them and opportunities are extremely, extremely important. Okay, so let me mute somebody. Okay, got it. So that's what we have. And you want to like create a really, really good profile for BSMD or pre-med with passion projects and research. This is your place. Got it? And you want to outplay competition. We have cutting edge technology and innovation, the tools that we use, everything is like, I bring the best tutors and experts in the field. Got it? I run a wonderful research program that I'm going to share with Dr. 𝐂𝐡𝐢𝐥𝐝. He is a professor in University of South Florida. So that is what it is. You want to ignite your child's learning. I mean, this is the place for you. Got it? So that is my passion, is to help teens reach their maximum potential. Got it? And I feel like they are like fertile soil. You know, every teen wants to succeed. Let me tell you something that I know from working with them and my learning is that everybody wants to succeed. It's like in our DNA. It's like psychologically, it's in our DNA to succeed. And where they get stuck is when things are very confusing or it's like complicated. There are way too many steps. They just step back and don't even make an effort. You got it? So that is what is my role, is to simplify things, break it up into manageable parts. Okay. You are not, this is not the right place for you if you're looking for shortcuts. There are no shortcuts, please. I do not lie or pad their volunteering hours or anything. I will not do that. And if you feel like your child has to put minimum effort and gain maximum thing, this is not the place for you. Your child needs to put in a lot of work. And you're expecting overnight success. No. And if you think like grades alone will land you in the BSMD programs, you have myths like the test scores are not for you, or things like that. This is not the place for you. I will tell you the right exact way that you need to follow, okay? And it's like pure hard work. Please leave any preconceived notions you have at the door. And if you're looking for a deal, okay, a lot of parents and people think that, oh, she's a Desi woman, I can negotiate with her. It really hurts my feelings a lot. And they expect a deal and not quality. I'm sorry, this is not the place for you. You will get the best guidance, support, resources here. Got it? And getting the best mentors costs a lot, right? So that's the way it is, okay? Okay, so today's agenda, I'm going to go over the different medical paths. I have added a few things from my usually scheduled program. I wanted to go a little bit more in detail about what are the pre-med requirements. I added that. Then a lot of parents were asking me about a list of colleges, BSMD colleges that don't have MCAT requirement. I'm going to share that as well. Then I'm going to talk about what is BSMD, what is DO, what are the key ingredients of a person applying, like what are they looking for, right? Over years, I've built profiles, I've seen it, I've been mentored by people who are BSMD experts. I work with them, work with other counselors, and also my formula for cracking BSMD. Got it? So this is the agenda. Any questions, please put it in the chat. We will answer them. There are, of course, freebies and a lot of things that will be there. So let's start. Are you ready to make an impact in your child's future? Let's start with that. Okay, so let's go from there. Okay, now I need some love. Come on, let me see. If you are like multitasking, please come back. I need your complete attention because the next few slides are extremely important. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Are you ready to make an impact in your child's future? Because
loud yeses.
Great, Mavi. So let's go. I'm excited to share that. Our successes, I want to share the successes of my counseling students. They've gone into the Stanford program. My research student got in Johns Hopkins full ride. UC Berkeley, my student who was my research student and in the author program, got into UC Berkeley. Cornell, again, my research and counseling. Carnegie Mellon, this wonderful girl, Sahasra, who was in my research and counseling program. Then St. Louis BSMD program, NYU, Georgia Tech, Vanderbilt, Augusta BSMD program, Stony Brook BSMD program, and the new UC Merced, Riverside. There are just way too many programs that my students have gotten into. Okay, so let's keep going. So how did it all start? just want to go through the story because it's so personal to me, and I have to share that with you, right? Like, how did it all start? It started big during the pandemic. My students were at home and they did not have extracurricular activities. It was very, very hard. We were stuck at home, of course. There was no shadowing, there was no lab work. SAT, ACT scores became optional at that time, okay? So the biggest thing was, how do you showcase a student's achievements, right? Life still had to go on. And that was the reason I created this whole program and streamlined it and made it completely online, okay? And I was obsessed. I mean, pretty much obsessed with finding a solution, because there are not many people who will give you the right steps to the BSMD, right? It's just not possible. And within my counseling network, there is this person who's written a book. I purchased the book. I had many meetings. I've sort of reach out to him whenever I have questions and everything. And that is what I did. And also, I found that you need the best mentors in the field. So I have experts who help with research, with essays, with the vocabulary, counseling, everything that is there to streamline and guide your child. You will find it here. Okay. And of course, this knowledge changed my life. I created like a success formula with the exact steps. Okay. So my strength, even in the corporate world, was to break down complex methodology and technology into manageable parts, right? So that is what is my strength. And I applied that in my counseling as well. So everything becomes a lesson plan in my world. Okay. So that way we guide our students through the whole step. Okay. Okay, so these are the programs my students have gotten into: Harvard Pre-Med, St. Louis, 8-year, Sai got 125K scholarship, Texas A&M and Med program, Shreya got into Augusta 7-year BSMD program, Anjali got into Stony Brook's 8-year program, Siraj got into Hofstra Pre-Med, Vanderbilt, Saket got in, UC Mercer, again, it was Siraj, NYU Pre-Med was Pramodini, University of South Alabama, again, it was Sai, who got like multiple scholarship offers, okay? So who here wants to know the success formula? Let me grab some water, let me see. Who wants to know? Come on, come on. I want your attention here. That's why I keep asking some questions. Okay, so that whatever multitasking you're doing, come back to me because I need your full attention. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the different paths that are there. Okay, you need to be aware of the different paths. You cannot put all your eggs in one BSMD basket. Got it? So what are the different paths? This is the traditional path, which is students go into pre-med. Actually, there is no major called pre-med, right? You can do any sort of undergrad major, but this is what you need to apply to colleges. Okay, so basically what is there is biology, you need 2 semesters with lab. Physics, you need 2 semesters. Then all these requirements you need to write the MCAT score. Each college has different requirements. 514, I believe, is the cutoff. If you're after the undergrad, when they are applying to the MD schools, they need to that is when all these things come into play. Got it? So this requirement, the MCAT, they need to show research, they need to show shadowing and volunteering hours to apply to the MD school. You get it, right? So this is the traditional process, okay? Then there's a second process, which is the early assurance program, which is you're not applying to the BSMD program right after grade 12. You go into your sophomore year. This is very popular in Case Western. They have a pre-professional scholars program where you get into that program in the sophomore year. You have an option to apply for the BSMD program. You get it? So I like this somewhere in between the traditional and the BSMD. There is certainly, I like this program where students can go in and see whether they want to commit to BSMD, the lengthy pathway to doctor, being a doctor, right? So I like that, because what do they know when they are 17, right? So that is why this is an in-between program. And of course, you have the BSMD program, which is a combined program. Like you apply after, right now I work with rising seniors. That is when we apply during the summer season, is when we gather everything and we apply. So you're applying for the 8-year program or the 7-year program at once. So you're assured into the MD program, provided you maintain your GPA. And some colleges have the MCAT requirements, some colleges don't. So please don't assume that getting into the BSMD program means your child doesn't have to do MCAT at all. But it depends on which college you are going to and what their requirement is. The top colleges, the top BSMD colleges, they still have the MCAT requirement that is there. Okay, so any questions about the 3 programs, please let me know. I will certainly answer them. Yes, so yeah, please ask any questions. Are we clear about the 3 programs? Okay. Okay, so here are a few advantages of the early assurance program. So basically they go and they test waters, right? They really test and see whether they are in it for the long haul. So being an MD, or to start practicing, you have the 8-year BSMD, then you have the super specialization. So you're looking at like 10 years of studying, right? So it's always good to like test waters before you commit into that. Okay. And okay, so the other option is the DO, which is quite popular. It is basically the doctor in osteopathy, which I'm going to go over. So it is not allopathy medicine or the modern medicine that we usually go to. It is osteopathic medicine. It's like one of the fastest growing profession. My physicians, my primary care physician, Dr. Coleman, I asked him, okay, what are you? Are you a BSMD or DO? He's like, I'm DO. I went to Nova Southeastern. I'm like, wow, yeah. And they do come back to mainstream, the BSMD or the BADO, the DO professionals or doctors, they do come into mainstream, or they continue with sports medicine or anything that is there. Okay, so there are some advantages for BSDO. They are a shade less competitive than BSMD. They are combined programs. Let me tell you, they're always very, very, very competitive. Got it? BSDO is marginally easier than BSMD to get in, and the program is also a little easier, not as much. Okay, so the difference is the BSMD people, they learn the allopathy or the modern medicine, and BSDO is the osteopathic manipulative treatment that they do, which is more spine related and all that, right? So that is a difference, but it's a very, very popular option to look into. So my advice to you is please don't cut off DO. That's an exceptionally good program, okay? Now let's get into the BSMD program. Any questions about the BSDO program, please put your questions in. We will address them, okay? So let's go about it. All about the BSMD program. Now I'm going to focus on that. It's a direct medical program where it's combined program. And colleges spend a lot of money in offering the program, and that is why they're so selective. And also there are rumors that they're going to go away with this program in a few years and have that traditional program in place. Got it? So basically that is it. Like once you get into the program, you're assured your seat in the MD, right? Which is the biggest uncertainty that students encounter when they finish the pre-med program, right? Oh, am I going to get into the MD school or not? That question mark is removed with the BSMD program. Okay. And also it's a very, very, very exclusive program that the acceptance rate is about 1%, 1 to 3%, which is lower than the Ivy League acceptance. So it's because the program is very, 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 very hard. They have to spend a lot of money in getting the resources, the professors, the labs, and everything. So that is why the screening process is also excruciatingly difficult to get into. Got it? So like 1%, 1%. Okay. Now I'm going to go over the different flavors of BSMD. You can either do a Bachelor of Science or you can do Bachelor of Arts. That's very, very popular as well. So do not panic that, oh my God, they won't be able to go to the MD program. So I have a student who goes to, she goes to Drexel and she did BA-MD. And she said, Joe, I wanted to learn more about English literature and history, and that's why I'm doing BA-MD. So what they do is the first 2 years, they focus on art, and the second 2 years, they catch up on the sciences. And I showed you about that organic chemistry, biology, mathematics that is there. And then they get ready for the MD program, right? So it's a very, very popular program. Drexel has it, Rowan has it. A lot of programs have this, okay? BA or BSMD. Okay. And also there are accelerated programs that are 7-year and 8-year, but please keep in mind that if it's a 7-year program, they will cut short in the undergrad. They will never cut short in the MD program. The MD program will always remain 4 years. Students can possibly finish off their undergrad courses in 3 years. Got it? And even if you go into an 8-year medical program, and if you come along with a lot of AP courses, you could shave off literally a year in that. My son graduated from Georgia Tech in 2.5 years. He graduated with 20 APs. He pretty much everything was his AP, and he was able to transfer all the credits to Georgia Tech, and he's out. So it saves a lot of money as well doing AP courses because they are college credits, right? So that is what is there. Okay. So now a knowledge check. Which program are you leaning towards? Are you leaning towards BSMD, BA-MD, BSDO, BADO, or the pre-med track? So talk to me. What is it that you're thinking about? Please type away your answers. Very nice. We see BSMD. Come on. Stop multitasking and pay attention.
BSMD is on the wane.
Got it. Pre-med, that's good. That's good. Pre-med is also very, very good. But please don't think that when we build a college list, it's all BSMD. We have pre-med safeties as well. So that's wonderful. Wonderful. We always have colleges, like when you apply to the BSMD college, these colleges are good for pre-med as well. Got it? So the students, my students, what they do is they go into the college. If they didn't get into the BSMD, they get to apply in the sophomore year. Got it? So that is how I advise my students to go through the BSMD process. Got it? Okay. Now, who wants to learn the key ingredients? The key ingredients for the BSMD applicants, and you will know what it takes to exactly get into the program. Got it? Okay. So here it is, the 6 key ingredients. Number 1 is academics. I mean, I can't tell you how important it is to get a very good GPA. Got it? Your GPA. Please don't think that it's like weighted, unweighted, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Got it? Your GPA is the GPA. Got it? And test scores. Please, if you're applying to the BSMD program or you want scholarships, it is not test optional. Got it? You have to get excellent scores. And I will be telling you what those score ranges are, but test scores are important. The third thing is research. I can't tell you how important research is for a BSMD profile. Got it? And you should have done it with a professor. Got it? Research, it can, I mean, if you just think that you're just going to do research and write a paper, it's a blog. You've got to do it with a university professor who's an expert in that field. So research is important. Community service, extremely, extremely important. Volunteering services. If you're working in a hospice care or anything that is medically related, science related, community service, it's very, very good. And clinical exposure, shadowing. Shadowing is very, very important. It can be a physician, it can be a dentist, even dentist is good, even a chiropractor, psychiatrist, psychologist. My students have shadowed everybody, including a psychiatrist and everybody. So that's because colleges want to see if you've really experienced working in a medical office. Got it? So I've spoken to my pediatrician. The best thing I tell my students is go ask your pediatrician if you can shadow them. They will absolutely, not the parents. The child has to go and ask, doctor, you've been taking care of me since I was in my diapers. Can I please shadow you? Okay, so I asked my son's pediatrician, hey, will you take it? He's like, I would love to teach Joe, but they have to be my patients. Got it? Anyway, my son is not pursuing BSMD. So that was what it is. Like a lot of pediatricians, they will do that. But the hospitals are still hesitant to take students in because of the COVID, after COVID. But even dentists, you can go there and get it. Got it? And also extracurricular activities. You need to have wow extracurricular activities. And I'm going to explain to you the different kinds of extracurricular activities that are there. And I know parents, they are like serial joiners. They want to put their child in everything. Oh, join this, join this, join this, join this, join this. Stop. What colleges are looking for is specialists. Got it? You pick a few one or two area and pick an extracurricular activity to specialize in that. Okay, what they're looking for is consistency. Okay, like they're looking for length. Okay, have you been doing that successfully for years? It's like you just joined for a week. I'm done. I'm done. I got hours. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go to India and shadow somebody. Done. Got it? It's not like that. It's got to be consistent and it's got to be rare. Okay, colleges are looking for students with that rare profile, right? So any questions about the 6 key ingredients? I'm going to go deeper into it like a root canal, but these are the key ingredients. Okay, the first thing I'm going to dig deep is academics. They're going to look at the GPA. Colleges also look at class rank. Okay, your school will offer class rank. Your counselor will say, oh, we don't offer that, but it will show up in your school report. And if you're going to extremely selective schools like Hofstra will tell you, if you're not within the 1 to 5%, there's no chance of you getting in here. Got it? And even St. Louis, they are very particular. If you've gotten a C or a B, please, you don't have much chance of getting here. And it has shown, and I have seen that happening in my students' profile. Got it? And also AP and IB courses, they look at rigor, like have you taken what kind of AP or IB courses you've taken, okay? And I have to tell you about the main courses that they look for is AP Biology, AP Chemistry, AP Calculus. Calculus is, please, if anybody asked me, if you're applying for any STEM related courses, Calculus AB is important, got it? Please don't over-engineer and try to put BC in there. AB is good enough. And then physics. So these are the 4 legs of the table. So that's extremely important, okay? Any questions about that? I call it the golden rectangle. AP Biology, Chemistry, Physics, and Math. APs, okay? Then the test scores that are needed. You need a test score about 15, 30 or plus, and ACT of 34 plus in order to be even considered for the program. And of course, if you have national merit, it really helps in the honors section. You put it in the honors section that you were a national merit finalist. And you get 50% off of Boston University, and a lot of colleges give you a lot of merit aid. University of Southern California, USC, gives you 50% off. So my son was in the national merit, and he did get a lot of scholarships and a lot of things that are like 50% off. UT Dallas is full ride. So it's very, very important. Please don't get confused with the National Merit Exam. It's actually NMSQT, which is the National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test. I got that right. NMSQT. Please don't think that it's PSAT and it's a short form for PSAT. And it is valid only in the 11th grade. 11th grade, October, when they take, that's what is valid. Your children may take it in the 9th and 10th grade, but it's not counted. It's counted only in the 11th grade. Got it? Any questions about the test scores? Please do that. The colleges don't see differentiating between SAT and ACT. It is just that they need a very, very good test score. And also, if you see a college that does not need MCAT, you can be well assured that their SAT, they'll be looking at 1550, ACT about 35. Got it? I can tell you for a fact that colleges that waive the MCAT requirement will need very, very high test scores. Got it? Okay, extracurricular activities, the wow factor, okay? So there are three things that come in the extracurricular activity umbrella: volunteering, shadowing, and research. Okay, that's very, very important. Now, let me go over the volunteering. Okay, so volunteering is important when you're applying for the BSMD program. You either volunteer in the research clinic, you can go to hospice, anything that's healthcare related really, really helps with your profile, or in the hospital. I had students who used to be ushers in the hospital, who used to like be in the front desk showing patients like where to go and all that. There are many opportunities that are there for volunteering. And also some schools have an allied medical program. Our school district has. I'm in the Downingtown School District. So they have an allied program where seniors, they go to Paoli Hospital, which is part of the school. Like they do half day in Paoli, volunteering in the hospital and shadowing, all that stuff they do. So that's important. Shadowing, they want to see and they want a student to like really be sure whether they are in it for the medical or for the healthcare industry. So the reason why they expect shadowing is you have experienced or you've seen a medical professional like working in the real field. So that's what they need. It can be pediatricians, physicians, dentists, chiropractors. Please don't think that your child has to go and witness a heart surgery or a brain surgery. You don't have to go that far, but working and shadowing in these medical offices is very, very important. Hospitals are not opening up, so that's why I really suggest going there. I mean, asking your pediatrician, hey, I'll wear a mask. Hey, I'll make sure that I rinse my hands and everything. Can you please let me shadow over the summer or something? You have to go after and ask them, okay? Then research is also extremely important, because it shows that a child is a deep learner and they have made effort to become a subject matter expert. Okay, so these are the three kinds of research that you can do. One is publishing a research paper. That is what we offer with a professor. Then you can work in a lab or a clinic, which is very, very hard to get in, and then research in hospitals or universities. Got it? It has to be with an expert who in that field, got it? Who's at least a PhD, MD, or something like that. Okay. Well-researched papers, you can submit it for publishing. Our students or research journals get published. So if you show that you have written a research paper, it has more value to like validate it. Like you're showing proof that you did something in that area. So that's very, very, very good. And specifically in any area that's like healthcare related, it's pretty darn amazing. My students have done research in like so many topics, like hydrogels for wounds, warm vaccine, cold vaccine, because Dr. 𝐂𝐴𝐿, who runs the research program, is a vaccine specialist, immunologist. He works in University of Southern Florida. He teaches MD students. So students pick their topics and they do research on it, and they write a research paper, a 4,000-word journal. Okay. Okay, so that's about research. Now I'm going to go into other factors that are important apart from the 6 factors that I mentioned about, right? Academics, test scores, extracurricular activities, volunteering, shadowing, they are important. Apart from that, you have teacher recommendation and counselor recommendation, right? Teacher recommendation is very, very important because colleges like to see like out of the 13, I don't have time to show you how a teacher recommendation looks like, but there are 13 points in which a teacher gauges a student. So there are comments on maturity, intellectual curiosity, helpfulness in class, your determination to succeed, and leadership skills. So these are the skills that a college is looking for in a student, right? You're going to be a doctor. You're going to be entrusted somebody's life, somebody's health in there. So they have a very, very high expectation of a student, right? So it is right about there. Got it? So that's what it is. Then leadership, they do look for leadership. They look for exceptional communication skills. They look for mental toughness. They look for ambition. You're going to be a problem solver, right? So they absolutely look that. And in your extracurricular activities, whenever you start an effort, you start off as being a participant, but try to like get leadership as you go to your junior and your senior year, right? So that's very, very important. And also essays are very, very important. When you apply for BSMD, there is another application altogether, and I'm going to show you the process. So in that application, they specifically look for essays. And I spend a lot of time with my students over the supplemental essays, which is why medicine? Why do you want to get into the BSMD program? Why do you want to be a doctor? What have you done that shows your passion towards serving others? These are the typical questions that most of the BSMD colleges ask, right? I have all the list of supplemental essays because my students work on them. And some colleges have a mini medical interview, which is a direct medical interview. So basically, I will go through the process. You first apply for the college, then you're invited to apply for the BSMD program. You finish applying, then, oh, they like you, they want to call you in for an interview, which is Drexel has an interview, which is typically in February. Or January, where they ask you questions about a lot of situational questions and everything to see whether you really are that student for them. Okay. So this is the whole process. Any questions so far? Let's get a knowledge check. Any questions so far about what was discussed, the 6 components? Any questions about the 6 components? Are we clear? Are we clear? Yeah? No? Maybe? Yeah? Any yeah, thumbs up, thumbs down if you've gained clarity about what it takes. Yeah? Great.
Yes.
Okay, great. If you're multitasking, please come back. This is an important section that we're discussing here. And also, whatever questions you have, I can answer them, but please don't have any preconceived notions about how it should be. Please pay attention and understand the process. Got it? So yeah, so let's go to the application process. Okay, so how does the BSMD application work? It's a 3-step process. One is you apply to the colleges. We use the portal called as Common App, which is the application portal. For instance, if you're applying to University of Alabama, then you'll go to the Common App and you'll apply to the college. You've got to get accepted into their undergrad program first. Got it? And then in the application, you would have mentioned that, hey, I want to pursue the pre-medical or the medical process. So they will send you an invitation to, so that will be another portal in itself. Got it? So it will be an entirely new portal, entirely new application process. And then they will have their own set of essays. They will have their own set of recommendations, resume, all kinds of things. So you have to apply again. Okay, so that is a second application. It's so time consuming. Oh my God. My students are like just worn out after this whole process. And of course, the mini medical interview, that is around the January or the February timeframe. Got it? Any questions about the 3-step process? So I'm just going to show you, this is how we go about doing it. Like for example, okay, so I'm just going to show you. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I skipped a lot of slides. I apologize. I was trying to make some changes to that recording and it got, okay. So basically we make a whole spreadsheet of what are the supplements that we can repurpose. For example, what are the due dates and everything. We get down to that level, right? How can we refurbish, right? So the supplemental essays, they don't change a lot, but I do have the prompts for everything because my students had applied for that. Right? So we go through that. If it's St. Louis, I already know the supplemental essays. So we sort of start writing them in summer. Got it? We don't wait for the application to like get accepted or anything. We keep them all ready. Okay. Okay. So this is the end of the process. So let's have a knowledge check here. Have you gained insight about the BSMD accelerated process? Let us see. What do people have to say? Have you gained insight? Give me a yes or a no.
It's a yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we just have 2 people saying yes. Come on, come on. If you're multitasking, please come back. You want to share? Okay. Have you gained clarity? How does it seem now? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I will certainly answer your question, BSMD and pre-med. Somebody asked that question. Certainly, we will get to it. If I start answering all the questions in the middle, we will go nowhere. I'll just be answering the questions and not going through my slide at all. Okay, so the question is, how do you beat the competition? Now that you know what it is, how do you beat the competition? Got it? It's very, very competitive, right? So you create a plan to differentiate from others. You create, you create a plan, a stellar plan. That's what I do, with some unique solutions. Okay, so these are the solutions that I offer, or my company offers. Biomed research with the professor, and I offer BSMD and medical counseling for high school students. Got it? So these are the 2 programs that I offer. So I will go over my research program, which is fairly unique. I've been running it from the past 3 years. It's the most popular program, and Dr. 𝐂𝐻𝐢𝐥𝐝 is the best mentor. He runs the program. Got it? So basically what happens is students meet with him. It's a flexible schedule. We will announce the schedule. Students get to pick time with him, and they will be guided into writing a research paper. Got it? So colleges like to see that you've spent time in writing a research paper. And also when you write a research paper, we can submit it to different journals to get it published. Okay, but it takes time. Right, so this is Dr. 𝐂𝐻𝐢𝐥𝐝. He's a professor in University of South Florida. He's a vaccine developer. He's a data scientist, toxicologist, chemist. He's a social farmer. He has his own farm. He lives in Tampa. Okay, and the schedule, everything is announced. It starts on 27th, and all our classes are in the evening, because we expect students to be following their internship, shadowing, and all that during the daytime. So all our classes are after 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and they can pick their own schedule. I also teach them how to write the research paper. So we have split our responsibilities. So this is the schedule with Dr. Raj, and students can pick anything. They pick nine sessions from the available sessions, because everybody has vacation and everything. We don't, I mean, summer is for having fun, right? So they get to pick their schedule and show up and come to the class, and he will guide them. Then with me, I teach how to write the research paper. So what they do is they go learn deeply about the topic with Dr. Raj, and they come to me where I teach them right down to how to write the hypothesis, the introduction, the body paragraph, the conclusion, and the abstract. So that goes parallelly with that. Okay, and then we have a thesis defense or a final presentation with that. This is the most popular program. Over 150 to 200 students have gone through this. Okay, and now any questions about the research program? I will go dig deeper into it, but any questions about why research is important for the BSMD or the medical field? Anybody has any questions? Because I want to make that very, very clear that, I mean, in STEM specifically, research is very, very important, but specifically for the medical program, this is very, very important. Okay, and okay. So again, the BSMD, I have to refresh you about the whole process. Again, I have to tell you the 3-step process that is there. And I build, I mean, my whole program is built on these 3 stages, okay? So pretty much for my counseling, right now for summer, I only take students who are going to apply to colleges, who are going to be seniors. I only work with them in the summer, okay? So everything is included in my counseling. I also help with 5 BSMD applications. Basically, my college list that I build is like extremely good. That is the secret sauce. My formula, if you want to know, is the college list that I build. Okay, the best college list, which will also help you with your pre-med program. Got it? We typically apply only to 5 BSMD colleges. It's exhausting, right? We apply to 15. I make students apply to 15 colleges in the Common App, but the BSMD program, we apply to 5. Got it? And I help them with everything that is required for the BSMD. And I'll tell you how my program is structured. This is specifically for the students who are going to the 12th grade. I do have programs for students who are in the 9th and 10th grade and 11th grade, but I don't take them in during summer. Got it? I have my own 9-week. I do a 9-week BSMD program for non-seniors, which is like exceptional, where they build their own college list and everything. And that needs to go with the school year, right? Because that is why I don't run that over summer. Okay, so my BSMD counseling for the seniors is broken up into 4 steps: preparation, filling out the Common App, staging, submission, then the BSMD application. Okay, it's a 4-step process. And the benefits of joining my program is it's a very structured program. Everything is like taken care of, right? Step by step. Identification of the passion project, resume, what are their extracurricular activities? Is there a gap in that? And everything, brainstorming exercises for essays. Essays are the place where we spend most of our time in. And also the college list that I built, you will get a lot of scholarships. I cannot assure you, but I dig out colleges that maximize on your scholarships. I don't believe that you have to break the bank by sending your child to college. Got it? So let's see. Are you excited as I am to see your child transforming? Okay. Yes. Okay. I need to see a lot of love. Please tell me. I want you to be excited for this, right? We just don't want to come show up and not be excited about it. So please share your love. Are you excited? Knowledge is only good. You need to go back and apply it, right? So we want to be excited for our children, and that is when it happens, right? We don't want to go drag around. Oh my God. No, we want to be excited. That's when we get our children excited. Got it? Okay. Okay. So I have some research program bonuses as well. Oh no, this is like old, I think. Okay, yeah, so I run many programs. Basically, I run 3 research programs for the biomed, cybersecurity, and business. My business research is closed. I offer $100 off. And how do you register? You can go to giftedgabber.com, my website. I'm just going to show you right here. So all the information is on my website. If you are looking for comprehensive counseling, you can fill out this form. Basically, if you want to schedule a call with me, only for seniors, you can go here and do that. If you're interested in the research program, all the details are here. You can register in this. Basically, it tells you all about the schedule with Dr. Raj, where to publish. If your child is interested in combining AI and biomed, which my student did, who got into Stanford, that is also an option. If you don't, it's perfectly fine. You will be able to see all the papers that have been published. If you see here, these are the papers that got published, and you get this DOI link, which you can put in your resume. Got it? So this is how we prepare. You can go and check out all the research papers that have been published. For example, Sarthak did research on Parkinson's biomarkers. You will be able to see his research paper that was published. If you see here, this complete research this student did, along with writing a research paper and everything, we guide them through the whole process. Okay, so you can find that in giftedgabber.com. Okay, even on my website, you will be able to see a lot of past research papers, which are right here. Okay, like all these are past research papers that you will see. Yeah, the program is for everyone. 8th grade, we take 8th grade and up, because if students get into the 8th grade, then they can publish their paper when they're just about to come to the high school, so that it becomes a high school activity, right? You're working with a professor, so we expect a level of maturity here. So it's 8th grade and up. And we help you pick the topic, right? It's not like your child needs to know the topic. We will help you pick the topic and guide through the whole process. And in fact, I tell my students, hey, if you don't even know the topic, think about the area that you want to do research. Area. Start doing research on that, and then jot down and come back with the topic. You want to change the topic for any reason, that's perfectly fine. Got it? So that is the kind of thing. Like I had Gaurav, he was my BSMD student as well. So he did research twice. I mean, can you imagine this kid? Use of melatonin in breast cancer. I'm like, whoa, is this a high school student? I mean, the kind of topics that they pick is like pretty amazing. Dr. 𝐂𝐡𝐢𝐥𝐝 guides them through this process of, if you see here, a bio-artificial liver, right? I mean, it's like these kids come up with such fantastic topics that, I mean, we help them. This was written by a high school student. Got it? With our guidance, of course. We even teach them to write their own figures, because what happens is we don't want them picking figures from somewhere and everything. And my website is getting built. We are planning to have some SEO and everything. When their name is Googled, it will come right here. So we publish them on our webpage as well. But the biggest achievement is getting it published in a journal, which accepts high school students. So we guide them. They have their own template. So I teach them how to write the paper, and Dr. Raj teaches them how to dig deep and go into that. Any questions about the research program, please let me know. I'm just going to go through this. Okay, so gifted gapper and the counseling pricing and everything, you need to schedule a call for the comprehensive counseling, and then you will get a list of BSMD colleges that don't need MCAT test scores. I will be sending them a recording of this, then a deck. Okay, so any questions, guys? And I want to ask you, do you think a structured approach is a recipe for success? What is your thought about it? What do you think? Do you think a structured approach is necessary? Yeah? Yeah?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay, fantastic. So why do you need gifted gapper, right? That is a question that I ask, that I get asked very, very often, and I can tell you. If there's one thing that you can take away, it doesn't matter if you have to sign up with me or not. I've literally cracked the code to landing in BSMD program, right? Yeah, I know the formula, what it takes to like sort of get a profile and apply for it, right? And if you come to me, you will have my proven success strategy, okay? And the end result, a stellar profile, no college can refuse. That is my specialty, is building a unique profile, and also a unique profile that aligns with your child. It's not like I'm just going to throw a plan at them and tell them follow it. No, I dig out their passion. Got it? I dig out what they want to do in life and embellish that and make them successful. Okay. And yeah, so there, you have two options. You can either try to figure this out on your own by using the trial and error method and some things that you've learned, or you can come to me to use my unique and innovative framework to land in the BSMD colleges. Okay, so you can go, it's like being in a cave trying to light your matchstick, or you come to me, I have a blowtorch and I'm going to light up the whole cave. Right, I know my metaphors. Okay, and so yes, you will get the success formula for the BSMD college admissions to land in the College of Dreams, okay, in your child's dreams. It's serious business, right? There will be no missing steps, no confusion. It's like the quickest and most effective way to get maximum acceptance and win scholarships. That is it, right? So that is the kind of plan that I built, is a stellar profile, no college can refuse. Got it? So that's where we are. So yeah, so my students, what they do is they create, my students usually, they come into my research and my counseling program. They finish their research. They write awe-inspiring BSMD essays. Their resume is spectacular, and and that's how we create a mind-blowing profile. Got it? Creating a mind-blowing profile is what I love to do and aspire to do. Okay. And our results, basically my students have won over 5 million in scholarships in total. I would love for my students to get accepted into 90% of the colleges that they apply. I aspire to do that, and my students have done it. Multiple scholarship offers they've got, and over 200 college acceptances so far. Okay, and I cannot guarantee any results. It's unethical to do that, but I aspire to get the best for your child. And also, I just want to remind you the impact of research on college admission. Okay, so the thing is, I have to visit colleges and speak to admissions officer. And one thing they all have in common is they want to see research in a profile. And this is an acceptance letter from Duke, and I'm going to read it. I enjoyed reviewing your application, and the admissions committee was impressed by your innovative projects and research prowess. You get it? So this is a handwritten acceptance letter from the admission officer from Duke. And she goes on to say, at Duke, you can continue innovating in maker space like Foundry and through Duke STEAM. So you can see that my students have gotten very good offers and everything because of their research and, of course, their profile building. Got it? Okay. So have you gained clarity today? Yeah? Okay. Okay, so that is the end of my presentation. Let's get the questions open, right? So let's get them.
Okay, from the start, inhale, exhale for a while, coach, because there's a lot. All right, so the first question, is it only available in Case Western University?
No, there are a lot more schools that have early assurance programs, yeah.
Okay, and what other universities have this early assurance program?
That's a long list. Basically, it's a long list, and when you, I have many, I will share them with you. If you're part of my Facebook group, I've shared them already, the list of BSMD, BSDO colleges, right? And of course, you'll be getting that, yeah. Great.
All right. So what is the difference between pre-med and BSMD?
Okay, so great question. The thing is, BSMD, you're assured into the MD program. In the pre-med, you just go there to finish your pre-med program. And you still need to take the MCAT and everything. You're not assured. You're just assured 4 years, right? Where you finish your pre-med undergraduation, right? So this is undergraduation and post-graduation combined, right? So that's the main difference.
Oh, that's good to know, Coach. Thank you so much for that. And what CPA? Please specify acceptable range.
GPA 3.8. 3.9 yes, great question. Yes, 3.8, 3.9. I mean, you have to be in the top 1 to 5% of your class.
Okay. And when students apply for BSMD program, college consider them for pre-med programs as well?
Yes. So like I mentioned, you need to first get accepted into the college. So you are getting accepted into their undergraduate pre-med program. Got it?
Mm-hmm. And do you need to take ACT and SAT?
You can do ACT or SAT. Any one of them is acceptable.
Okay. And NMSQT, I was told you can only take it in 10th grade. So as a junior, you should take NMSQT. Please confirm.
Absolutely. Whatever you've taken in the 9th and 10th grade is just trial. It doesn't count. When you take it in the 11th grade is when it counts. So yes, absolutely take it in the junior year.
Okay, so mommies, take note of that one. And how many hours of volunteering is required?
Okay, so I would say about 100 to about 150 all 4 years, right? So I would say an average of 40 hours a year. So you're looking at 3 or 4 years, you end up having about 150 to 200 hours total. Yes.
Okay. And do the specific require letter of recommendation from science teachers?
It's not specific. They prefer STEM teachers, right? I always tell my students to go pick a STEM teacher. It's the same recommendation requirement. But some of the BSMD programs, they send the recommendation for the teachers to fill out in. So they have their own templates. Please don't think that you can get a recommendation letter from a teacher and upload it yourself. No, the recommendations are blind. Means you will not be able to see them. They will send it directly to the teacher to write the recommendations. Yeah.
Okay. And can you talk about DO a little more when you get a chance?
Yes, so NOAA Southeastern, and there are many colleges that offer DO program. So it is as popular as the BSMD program, and I do build a very good college list for that. And I would certainly say that BSDO is also a wonderful program, and they can come back into mainstream. The requirements and everything is almost similar as the BSMD. It's just that a different college list. That's it. I don't see it any different than the BSMD program.
Okay, so this one, when should my kid start? She is in 7th grade currently.
Yeah, like the study skills and everything they can acquire in the middle school, right? And eighth grade, like getting into 9th grade and picking good classes is based on your 8th grade scores, right? So there's a handover from the 8th grade counselor to the high school, right? So of course you need to have been in the accelerated math program and the science program in order to be considered for certain APs in the 9th grade. Right. So yes, you need to have stellar grades and study skills right from the middle school to prepare for this program. Yes.
And will this research be published in some journals?
Yes, and it'll be published in journals that accept high school students' papers. Yes, so we have a couple of them. Then Dr. Raj has his own journal called Jazz at STEM. So we prepare students to write a research paper in that format. And let me tell you something, it has to be top-notch research paper. If you think that it can be a poor quality research paper, they don't get accepted. We guide students into our program is very, very rigorous. And that's what we do. Yes.
Is not a paid program to do research looked down upon by universities?
That is the biggest misconception that I have seen that has been going on. I haven't gotten a letter saying they look down on it. And there is no way you can put it in the Common App that it is free or paid or anything. What they're looking for is university professors. Okay. And if you sort of kind of lie and like Lumiere is a research program, and they did research under PhD candidates, and they claimed that it was done under PhD professors and all that. So I haven't seen that being frowned upon. But if you don't want to pay, you can go and look for professors, which is so hard to find and do research under. You can certainly do that. But I've worked with so many students who've knocked on so many research professors' doors. They don't have time. Right? For a high school student, they'd rather spend their time on an undergrad or a grad student. So you're looking at a high school student. So yeah, but great question. Thank you for asking. Yeah.
And how your program works for out of Florida state students?
I mean, this program is for everybody in the United States. My program is virtual over Zoom. So yes, I have students from all over the country, California, Texas, Florida, Georgia, everywhere. We are a virtual world, right? Yes, so we all do that virtually.
All right, so we are everywhere, anytime. And please let me know about the process of applying in the sophomore year if someone cannot get in the first place.
Yeah, so that depends on which college that you go to. They have their own process. So when you go into an undergrad pre-med program, you will be assigned a counselor from that college, and that college counselor will guide them into applying that program. Got it? So they become college graduates by then. So it's a whole different process for every school. Right. And those in your acceptance letter, it will be written, I did see a Siraj's acceptance letter from UC Merced. It was spelled out year by year, what is the process. So yeah, when you get accepted, they have to go with that.
Okay. And if we join research, do we have to register again for college counseling?
It depends on which grade you're in. I'm not accepting anyone in 9th and 10th grade for college counseling. So you only have research. If you're applying for colleges, I'll take you into my counseling program. So so all my counseling, everything is on my website. You can go and check it out. Yeah, the research program is open. Although my research is most popular, it gets filled out. So I'll be closing it down soon. My business research is closed because I met the numbers. And professors are very, very clear as to, they have given us guidelines as to how many students they can work with, what is the deadline and everything. So we have to work based on that. So yeah, everything is available on my website, giftedgabrielle.com. Yeah.
All right. So how long does it take to publish the paper if the student took the research course in July, asking for 11th grade?
Very good. See, the thing is, you please note that publishing a research paper is not overnight. It takes anywhere from 3 to 6 months to get it peer reviewed and published. But then you can write in your Common App that you have submitted for publishing. Okay, you have to be very honest, and colleges look favorably on it. Like, for example, 𝐂𝐡𝐢𝐥𝐝, who got into all the BSMD programs, his paper was not published. Got it? He had just submitted it for publishing when he submitted his application. So yes, it's not an overnight thing. They will be done by August. And then we have a rigorous review process, which takes another 1 or 2 weeks. So if they submit it by August end, it's not in our hands. It's a totally different company that does that. It takes anywhere from 3 to 6 months. Yeah.
Okay. So can the student doing research for the summer continue with Dr. Apavu through the academic year?
No, it's only for that specific amount of time, because Dr. Apavu goes back to his university to teach MD students. So it's dependent on what he has to offer. It is all written in the on the website. Yeah.
Okay, good to know. And if you start counseling a student in 11th grade, is it not too late to start a passion project?
That is part of, that's a great question. I do have programs for 9th and 10th. It's just that it's not during this summer. I will be starting in August, because whatever passion project I teach them, they need to go and apply. So it has to go through the school year. I do have programs for 9th, 10th, and 11th. But this summer right now is dedicated to students who are applying to colleges. Got it? So that is why it is. You're perfectly right. And yeah.
Okay. And this one is regarding the colleges. Why only 15 colleges?
I mean, if you want, they get exhausted. Can you imagine applying to 15 colleges? I mean, each college has 2 to 3 supplemental essays, right? So you're looking at 45 colleges, right? And if you want to apply, the max is 20 in the Common App, you can, but my students are exhausted. I actually prep them for 15. They go apply only for 10. They're like, no, I'm exhausted. I don't want to do that. But that's the optimal number that we have gotten based on our data and research and talking to our students, talking to the colleges and everything. Beyond that is an overkill, right? You're just wasting application money, which is like $80, $80 to $90. So it's up to you.
Okay. And research program only during summer or during school year as well?
See, the thing is, the research program is done by Dr. Apavu. It's his schedule. So if he's not available, we cannot offer the program. So he's only available during summer. So that's why we offer. And also, I will tell you that during the school year, they're so busy, right? With the school deliverables, they cannot focus on research. Got it? So summer is the best time that we have seen from the past 3 years that we've been running. Students have come back and told us that they're able to devote more time during summer for research, because when school starts, they pile on to their AP classes and everything, and it's so rigorous. Where do you have time to spend on research, right? So we focus on summer as the time to build your extracurricular activities, right? So that's why we focus on that.
All right. And how much you charge for the program?
It's all available online. It's different for different programs. So all the prices are set by our instructors. So you can go on to giftedgabbard.com. All the pricing, everything is available. Just a few clicks and you'll have all the information that's necessary. Yeah.
Okay, 2 more questions. How do they do research if they are not in Florida?
You don't need to be in Florida. Why do you think that you have to be in Florida? Dr. Raj is not is conducting everything online. It's all the reading and everything that they do that is online. So it's an online program. We don't offer a lab. So yeah.
All right. So this is for flexibility also for everyone.
Yes.
And yeah, do you also help kids who are athletes and want to be recruited for sport but wants to get into BSMD?
I don't do sports recruiting, and also BSMD is purely, the requirement is entirely different. They don't, I'm not sure, I can check. They're not looking at athlete thing because it's purely academic, right? I'm not sure, so sure, but I can definitely explore and get back to you. I don't do athlete thing, no.
Okay, so that is the last question on my end, Coach.
Okay, anybody has any other questions, please let me know. You can unmute yourself and ask as well. Any questions that you may have, any last questions. My research program is extremely popular. If you're interested in the comprehensive counseling, you can fill out the form as well. Yeah, and I look forward to like working with your kids. Any questions so far that I can answer? You can unmute yourself and ask away. No?
Hi, Joe.
Yes, go ahead.
Are the research programs only targeting the BSMD program, or you also go engineering?
Great question. Let me just share. I am a college counselor for all the programs. So I have different programs. This is biomed research with Dr. 𝐂𝐿𝐥𝐿. I also have a research in cybersecurity. That is for students who, this is an exceptional program. So it is run by a professor from Villanova, Dr. Sharda Prasad. He is a cybersecurity expert. So based on the students' interest, I get the best experts. So it's about cybersecurity. It's a wonderful program. Then I also have a research in business, which I have closed because we met the number, and this is in entrepreneurship. So yes, I run 3 research programs, but one is geared towards the medical, STEM, biotech, biomed, biology, chemistry, that major. If you're going through, then Dr. 𝐂𝐿𝐥𝐿's works. If you're a computer science or you want to do research in cybersecurity, you have this. And for business, it is run by Dr. Harini Mittal. She is a professor from CUNY. So let me tell you something, to make your profile look good. It doesn't matter whether it's BSMD or non-BSMD. They specifically look for having worked with a university professor. It has to be like a professor. So that is what I offer. I get the best professors who are willing to spend time with high school students. You understand? They are at a completely different level, right? So yeah, great question. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much.
When are you closing the biomed research program?
Oh, okay. So when I meet the number, it will close on its own. It's an not automatic system. So it's like an e-commerce website where if it meets a certain number, it will close. So I don't know. I just have about 4 or 5 left. I think I haven't looked.
And the kids can select the research topics from your website, or they can come up with
They can come up with anything that they are interested in. They read about something, they want to do research. We just love students who come up with their own thing, you know. That is when they own their research, when they pick their own topic. Or if they don't know what topic to pick, at that time, Dr. Raj will offer them. Okay,
Right.
the first two classes are about offering them an opportunity on the area and the topic and the field. And if they go and they say, oh my God, I don't want to do it, I want to do something else, they're more than welcome, you know. So we are providing them an opportunity and like a whole thing for them. I had a student who started off, she was very ambitious. That was so wonderful. So she started off by saying, Joe, I want to do research on flesh-eating organisms and how to cure cancer in that. It was great. So then she started doing research and he found that not much research was done in it and she could not dig deeper into that. So she changed it. We are very welcome with that. Got it? So you will be blown away with the topics that they come up with and the research and the depth at which they do. And let me tell you something as to why this research is so important. The thing about this generation, I have done, I do research as well. I don't know when I'm going to finish my research. I've worked under Peg Dawson, who is a leading psychologist, and I've done a lot of research on the Generation Z, which is our generation. They are 10 times more intelligent than us. The brain processing is there, but what they lack is concentration, and their attention span is 7 seconds. And they have never been taught to learn anything deeply. They're not deep learners, they are surface learners. You get it, right? They consume information from everywhere and they're surface learners. And that is why they struggle in AP courses. Got it? AP and honors courses, AP courses or college courses. Got it? And since they don't have that skill, they don't really do well there. So when students come to me, they are forced to learn. I teach them how to concentrate and how to like dig deeply, right? One whole class is based on deep work written by Carl Newport. Okay, Carl Newport is a researcher from Harvard, and he has written this book called Deep Work, where he talks about how to deeply concentrate. And I tell my students, you need to give me 2 hours in a day for research. Got it? And there's accountability and everything, right? So it's a very structured, disciplined program.
Right. And since my son is 11th grader now, he has taken up some summer courses too. Yeah. So I'm just thinking, how much time commitment do you look for when we go for the research?
Okay. So let me tell you something. It's not an overnight thing. It's a research. Yeah. So it's the amount of time that you put in is the amount. I mean to say
with output.
Yes. So my son graduated with 20 APs. He did research in crypto. It is possible. These kids are very, very intelligent. You get it? Of course.
He took up physics and English, I guess. So I'm just thinking.
So the thing is, as a college counselor, the way a profile is distinguished is the extracurricular activities. Got it? So summer is for extracurricular activities and building your profile. You get it? So this is the catch-up time, especially if you're in 11th grade and you're applying to colleges. It's very, very important.
Okay.
All right. Having physics and English, I'm not putting your child down, would make your profile look similar to anybody. But what is it that pops?
I'm just looking at, can he put enough time like with this research?
It is rigorous. I'm telling you, because we have a very high standard, and I'm a torture queen. I'm just kidding, but I'm a perfectionist. I will expect a lot. It's not like any other program where you sign up and you forget about it. I will go after your child. I mean, I have a whole team, but I would expect quality work, and they can put it in. Okay, physics, they can pick a topic that is related to that. Right. Which will help them. It also helps them with their AP biology and AP chemistry, because they have to read a book called Molecules That Change the World. That's an amazing book. And Dr. Raj, you're working with a professor. It's not. Right. Yeah, it's like a whole different ball game and a level of expectancy that is here.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone? Somebody raised their hand.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Hi. Please.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi. So my daughter is